Hello, welcome to my channel. I've done YouTube on and off since I was about like 14, I think. This is like my first channel. I do have another channel, but I have a bunch of gaming stuff on there, and I kind of wanted to keep this separate because, first of all, gaming content requires a little bit more editing than what I'm planning to do for this, and that's essentially a video diary of sorts. Hello, if you've been subscribed to this channel that I haven't posted to in 8 years, I won't be offended if you unsubscribe. This is more of like, just to get my thoughts, feelings out there. Maybe something to look back on. Maybe to kind of know where I was and where I will be. So, yeah. It's just gonna be like this, I assume. I'm not gonna really do edits. It's just gonna be me talking to the camera and just explaining how I feel. I wanted to kind of explain, but that's like all there is to explain. So I guess let's like jump into like a life story or something. We'll call this like welcome to the channel slash, and then you'll know that there's a story as well. I not this past Friday, but the Friday before. Well, let's start on the Thursday before. On the Thursday before, I had a meeting with one of my leads. I am a temporary employee right now. And we were talking because she was giving me some of her customers. I work as like a customer service representative because she's moving to another project. So she was giving me her customers and kind of giving me the rundown of what I needed to know. And she said, "When does your contract end?" I said September, because I have 1-year contract. They can hire you, or they can also extend your contract, but like 1.5 years is like the max that they're willing to do. So she said to me, "They need to extend your contract to 6 months." Mondays and Fridays I work from home. The next day I'm working from home and I get an invite to a meeting with my boss. And I thought it was just my boss, so I thought it was just a one-on-one, and then when I went to join, I saw my boss's boss was on there, and they told me that due to the economy, they're laying me off. Essentially, that's what it is. I don't know if it actually counts. I mean, people keep calling it a layoff. I don't know if it actually counts as a layoff since I'm, temporary. Essentially, they're just ending my contract, which they can do whenever they want, which is what sucks about being a temporary, but it was a job, and I needed a job. I needed to make money, and I still do, so I'm applying for jobs and looking around, but it's kind of a slap to the face in a way to be like, hey, we know the economy sucks, and that, you know, getting rid of your source of income is probably gonna screw you, but if we don't make an extra $1 billion next year, you know, I'm really sick of working already. I'm only 25. I'm already sick of working. I'm sick of putting every part of my being into a job only for them to remind me every time how replaceable I am, how easy it is to get rid of me. This happened. I actually got laid off at my job before this as well. Actually, we had 3 rounds of layoffs at my last job, but I was a permanent. And I made it to the last round. Unfortunately, the last round got me. But that one was okay because I essentially got like 3 months of pay on top of severance. Like, I didn't have to work for 3 months, so it was like stressful, but it was like okay. And I was trying to do a program for education through them. Not that I really need to. I have a fucking bachelor's degree, but I don't even know if that was even a right decision. And like, I haven't known if that was the right decision since before I even started college. And people continually remind me that it might have been a bad decision. I have an environmental engineering degree, which is cool. I mean, it sounds nice. It's really hard to get a job, though. A lot of them are looking for people with 5+ years of experience, and when you have, like, none, yeah. When I was going to college, I didn't have my license yet. I didn't get my license until I was 23. So I was riding the bus to get to school. I was riding the bus for like 40 minutes a day to get to school. I'd often do homework, because what else the fuck am I gonna do for 40 minutes? Just sit there and twiddle my thumbs? Like, yeah. So I don't really have experience. I mean, I have some programs that I did through my school, that are supposed to count towards project management experience, but I don't think anybody actually looks at it like that. They kind of look at it like a school thing, even though it was separate to my education and like it was something I had to do in my spare time. I don't think people take it seriously. And also, since I couldn't drive, I couldn't really get an internship, because how was I gonna get there? And the internships, I was in a really bad financial position. I mean, I'm still kind of in a bad financial position. A lot better than it used to be. Like, I actually have savings now. But I couldn't really afford to do an unpaid internship, right? And you know how hard it is to get a paid internship? And then, of course, when I was going to school, it was during the pandemic, so, I think my sophomore year, middle of my sophomore year, we ended up going online, so that really ruined my opportunities. And then I just had so much, my life is so much stress. It's just one stressful event after another. It just feels like it never stops. It just feels like I can't catch a fucking break. Ever. And I mean, like, I just got laid off. Now my laptop's fucking making a weird noise. Honestly, when I was thinking about making this channel, again, making this channel like it doesn't already exist, when I was planning on making videos of me venting, also, I hope you guys like my picture. It's me next to a vent. I thought that was funny. I just figured that I would be on my laptop. I'd use my laptop computer. Maybe I'd connect my phone, laptop computer, oh my god, my laptop camera, and I would connect my phone to there, because you can do that, and use my phone potentially as the camera, because my phone camera is a little bit better than my webcam, because I have a mic and stuff. Like I said, I do gaming content sometimes when I have the energy for it. Sometimes I stream too when I have the energy for it. But my laptop is making this really weird, loud noise. So right now I'm just not gonna use it. I'm waiting for some air duster to come in. I don't really like, I have a license, I can drive, I have a car. I don't like going out to the store. I don't like, and that's probably just depression, right? Not wanting to leave the house, not wanting to do anything, and it's just these stressors. And you know what's crazy? My life used to be a lot worse. How did I make it through? I feel like I'm fucking dredging through the mud right now, and you're telling me it used to be worse? Girl, well, the world we live in is dependent on money. I need money to live. I need money to do anything. Like, to have any of my dreams be accomplished. Like, I would love to be a homeowner one day. I would love to have a family. I've never dreamed of labor, I suppose. Like, I've never really had a dream job. I guess when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to be a lawyer. Oh, I want to be a ballet teacher. By the way, I've never done ballet, but I wanted to be a ballet teacher. Make it make sense. Dumbass 6-year-old. But I've never really had, like, a dream job, I suppose. I mean, I guess a writer. I've thought about being a writer several times. I've written some stuff. I've made some short stories, some poems. I've, have, 10 chapters of a book that I started years ago. But the problem is the same problem I have with everything. It's the fact that my depression is ruining my fucking life. I can't do anything. I don't want to cry. I mean, I know it's called Rihanna Vent, but I hate crying, you know? I just want to be okay, you know? I just want to be in a place where I can exist and it doesn't have to be a worry. Like, I know how I'll make my money. I know how I'll put food on the table. I know how I'll get to this place and that place. Like, I have goals. I just don't know how to fucking get there. I don't know how to get there. I went to school, I got the degree, I'm supposed to be making a bunch of money. That's what everybody told me. Get that engineering degree, get the engineering degree, get the engineering degree. And now it's like, why'd you pick environmental engineering? Okay, girl, why didn't you fucking say that then? And, like, first of all, I've always loved the environment. Why would I want to do anything that wasn't environmental? Of course, anytime I put my personality in a decision, it's wrong. Anytime I make a choice for myself, it's wrong. But I think that's just the way for everybody around me to justify the fact that they gave me horrible advice on what I should do, because they don't want to admit that what they suggested didn't work out for me, or so on and so forth. So it's gotta be my fault. I mean, I'm an adult, it is my fault. There was one point I wanted to switch my major, but my significant other at the time told me I could not, as I essentially owed him, because he had paid for me to live. He didn't pay my college tuition. He didn't pay anything for my college. He worked and bought groceries, and he paid the rent for our room, because we rented a room. It was like $100 a month. It was cheap. So he worked like part-time for a while, and then he got a full-time job, and that was great until he decided he wasn't going to work anymore. And I'm sure we'll eventually talk about him. But yeah, I was told I couldn't switch my major because I essentially owed him, and I needed to pay him back for him supporting me. Funny thing now is we're not even together. I don't even like the guy. I'm not even I'm friends with the guy's friends with the guy's Facebook. I'm not friends with him on Facebook, but I'm friends with his family, right? Like, I want nothing to do with him. And I let him impose such a huge request on my life. I let him make a decision on my future because I thought he was gonna always be in my future, because I thought we were endgame. Little did I know, my fucking life sucked. I mean, it still kind of sucks, but, like, it sucked a lot worse. Like, people are always like, well, it's better now, and it's like, well, it's not good. I mean, I have a great boyfriend. I love you, Christian. You're awesome. This will be real awkward if we break up and I see this video in the future, but Christian, I love you. You're amazing. You've shown me what love really is, which I'm thankful for. So yeah, this is just day one, I guess. This is my ramblings, and it's the day before Easter. Hopefully Easter goes well. Not that I'm, like, religious. I mean, I celebrate Easter like the bunny, not like, what is it, the rising of the resurrection of Jesus? Isn't that what Easter is about? Yeah, I that's not really my thing. Holidays for me are just, like, a time to see my family and eat good food and enjoy each other's company and show that we love one another. But I hope Easter goes well. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's today. I don't want to make this go on too long. I don't want to ramble too much. But essentially, life sucks and then you die.